Hey everyone, Dan Bernard here with another tutorial, and today we're going to be finishing up our three-part series on using post-production techniques such as sound design and color correction to convey a certain feeling with a very generic edit. So if you haven't checked out the previous two tutorials that I've gone over, I encourage you to go back and take a look at those. We covered a few other emotions like dreamy, and then we had another one that was scary. So if you're curious on how to use sound design to give your edit those kinds of feels, go back and check out those tutorials as well. Also, just a reminder, this has been an awesome collaboration with my good friend Casey Faris, and he's the one who did all the color grading on these video clips that I'm using. So if you're interested in how to convey a certain emotion using color correction and color grading, you're definitely going to want to check out his channel in the link below. So check that out, give him a subscription, and show him you love and support him as I do. So today I'm going to be demonstrating how to use sound design to make a generic edit feel more dramatic. Maybe you want to add a little bit of suspense or anticipation to your scene. Similar to what we went over in the dreamy tutorial, it's about establishing a mood and just using a few different elements to convey that emotion to your audience. So just to give you an understanding of where we're coming from, here is the edit with just the essential sound design laid in to give you an idea of where we're starting from. So let's check that out. Okay, now that you have an understanding of what we're dealing with, I can show you now how I used that exact same edit with all the necessary sound design, like the ambience and the keys and the footsteps and the clothing rustles, all of those things already laid in. Now, how do we make it feel more dramatic? So the green tracks here are what I've added to this edit to enhance it. So I'm just going to show you the final product and what it looks like, and then I will go into breaking down how I made it. So let's take a look at the final product.
Tell me where it is. Fine, you want to play it hard? Fine, we'll go hard. Don't mess around, guys. Look like I'm messing around. All right, we're gonna go through this one more time.
Tell me where it is. Hey, somebody here? Who's at the door? As with the previous tutorials that I've done, it's about establishing a mood, and the basis of that is picking good music to accent that type of emotion that you're going for. So I found this music on YouTube, and then I also added this kind of ambience. It's a foreboding resonance kind of drone sound to help build that anticipation. And that drone starts right about here where I notice this, what sounds like an interrogation happening in the garage. And I've accented this moment by creating a riser from a few different Wave Brigade impact sounds. And I've gone over the process of how I made that in previous tutorials, so make sure you go back and watch those. In track 9 here, this is just a recording of myself acting as the interrogator, and went through and did a couple lines and as if I were asking somebody about information. And then in between here, if we zoom in, using some sounds from Wave Brigade, the Knuckles pack, which is the fight pack, and we have punches and body hits and grunts, and those are just kind of seasoning that's being added on to these layers of vocal tracks here. And if I go over to my effects rack, you see I've EQ'd the voice here to make it sound kind of muffled and as if it were being heard through a wall or a door. And so I've tried to make that feel as organic as possible. Also in track 10 here, we've added some reverb to kind of accent that to make it sound like these punches and hits are happening in a large, spacious area. One of my favorite parts in this edit was creating the effect of hearing the voice from this side of the door to hearing it from the inside of the space. So this transition of space that happens here needs to be reflected in the audio as well. So again, I'm transitioning from track 9 here with this EQ'd, kind of like a low pass kind of thing happening, and then going to this reverb sound. So I'm just making sure that the voice makes sense in the area that we're in. So right, like I said before, we're outside the door here. We're outside of the space that the interrogation is happening here, hence the EQ. And then this track here, we are now inside the area that the interrogation is happening. So it is on the track that has some reverb added to it. And it's just a matter of mixing to taste after that. So really, there's just a few accent pieces, such as the riser, this Wave Brigade impact here that is at the beginning, mixed with some high energy music that's very suspenseful and tension building. So again, I hope this shows you guys just how using specific music and effects can really help build another layer to your story, to your edit, even if it's something really generic, like somebody walking into a house, setting down keys, and going and opening a door can really bring a different feel to it. Thank you to everyone who has checked out these tutorials, and I've got a lot of good feedback and comments in the comment section down below saying that people really enjoyed this. So thank you. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something from it. Again, if you want to see the color correction side of this process, I encourage you to go to my friend Casey Faris's YouTube channel and check out his tutorials there. Also, for all of your sound effects needs, I encourage you all to check out wavebrigade.com. There's lots of free downloads that you can get there to play around with some of these techniques that you've learned and to hopefully make your project sound just that much more awesome. And as always, if you have any questions about anything I've covered here, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and click that thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, please go ahead and subscribe. Once again, my name is Dan Bernard, and thanks for stopping by.